Monique, Monique, Monique. Let's get on into it. No bells and whistles today, no music, none of all that. We're just into it today. Man. And of course, for those of you who have not seen Monique's interview on the Shay Shay Show with Shannon Sharp here on YouTube, then this possibly will be a spoiler. All right. Why am I a little damp? A little damp. But welcome, everybody. Welcome to the St. James Show. Appreciate you for being here tonight and joining me. I am your host, your sweet daddy, St. James, on tonight. We're just going to kind of dive into this interview. What's up, Inspire? I see you always in the house for me. I appreciate you so much. Man, dry snitching again. Monique. And of course, copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, blah, 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 and more blah. We're talking about Monique, Oscar winner, NAACP Image Award winner. Monique, she did a very interesting interview, and I actually thought it was a pretty good interview. And I usually deal with, the carnal church sector, the gospel sector, but Monique is somebody that I really enjoyed her acting and enjoyed her, all of her shows, her comedy. She was great on the Queens of Comedy. She was great on, let's see, what else was she on? She was great on, let's see, is this thing going to go all slow? She was great on the Parkers. Of course, my age, you grew up on the Parkers, with Countess Vaughn. She was always running after Mr. Ogilvy there. It was a spinoff kind of Moesha. So that was always good. Of course, she blessed us in Precious. She was something else in Precious. Oh, boy, she was. That Monique can act. And then she went on, she got her own talk show, The Monique Show. I remember that show. Now, I watched it, but I don't know. I didn't really care about it. I didn't really care about the Monique Show. What's up, JP? Good to see you in the chat. Thank you. I think I'm going to have some jam jar today. Anybody into the jam jar wines? They're not expensive wines. It's a little bottle too. Look at the bottle. And it's white wine. They're not really expensive wines, but they're good wines. This is the white. And I really like the red blend. This is a sweet white, 2019. Oh, that's good stuff. That is really good stuff. Has been sitting in there for a while. So anyway, getting back to Monique now. Monique, she wasn't as bad as Cat Williams. Cat Williams really went on the Club Shay Shay and just kind of broke out the box and told a whole bunch of stuff that a lot of us really didn't know. Now with Monique, we kind of knew some of the things she was talking about. She was in kind of a war with Oprah, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and she really broke that thing down today. And she started back even with her childhood, being molested age 7 through 13 by her brother, which brought a lot of perspective, because I really didn't. What's up, Shardy? I really didn't understand the reason why back in the day when Oprah was going to have her brother on the show. And she actually, the one who molested her, and she actually was like, okay, Oprah, go ahead and have my brother on the show. And see, this was new to me. And so when she saw the brother, she knew the brother was going to be coming on the show. All of a sudden, she started seeing promos of her family, like her mother and her father and all these people on the show. And she was like, Oprah, You told me my brother was going to be on my show because I figured maybe he, everybody deserves a second chance. He's maybe changed his life around, blah, blah, blah. She wasn't going to have nothing to do with him still, but she was like, but then the family came on, and that's when all hell broke loose between her and Oprah. So it kind of brought a little more perspective between the battle between them two. And she talked about how she had to deal with going in, around and having people just come up to her after her mother was on the show, just said, "Oh man, your mom is just horrible. Your mom's a bitch." I mean, they were really calling her mom names and doing all this other stuff. And that's what she didn't want to happen. Now she said, "Now my mama is a this." Yes, she is. But I wasn't trying to, who really wants to just put their mom and their dad on blast? Nobody, I don't care what they really did to you. A lot of the times you just don't want to put them on blast. So, but of course, Oprah, being Oprah at the time, getting a name for herself, she had the family on. Now, mind you, this was right after the Oscar. Right after the Oscar. So not only, we're proud of her for winning this Oscar for Precious, but now you're going to put in the people that she's been estranged from for years on your show. Now, she did say Barbara Walters. They called Barbara Walters and wanted to go on Barbara Walters. Hey, what's up, Shelby, Jacqueline? And the white woman, Barbara, said, called what's her name? Monique, and said, your family called me, they want to go on the show, want to pass it by you. She said, absolutely not. Barbara Walters, cut it. We don't treat our own people right sometimes. Now, I went into the interview. I did kind of go into the interview with kind of a preconceived notion, or preconceived attitude as it refers to Monique, because, we know Monique as the so-called hard to get along with, the so-called really, always complaining about something. But when she brought things into perspective, it really kind of changed for me. It really did. Just like with the set of Precious. She explained that, of course, we've heard it before, she got $50,000 for the role. She loved it. She didn't complain about it. That's what her contract was for. It was really a small movie. It really wasn't even a big hit. It was something that eventually got picked up and went big. But after it started getting some traction, of course, they wanted to take it to the Cannes Film Festival, and they wanted her to promote it. Now she was like, I've been away from my family. I've been away from my children. It's not in the contract. So she respectfully declined. So, of course, after she declines, they send Oprah after her. They send Tyler Perry after. Come on, Monique. You can do it. I'm just, and like Tyler says, and Tyler tells her, well, if you go and just promote the show, the movie, your next movies are going to be like 3 million, 6 million. But of course, he's talking to Monique, who's living in reality, and she's saying, yes, that's what the white actresses are getting. But as a black actress, no. So you can't dangle the carrot in my face saying, if I go promote this movie, it's going to lead to other movies for millions and millions of dollars, which she was like, thank you, but no thank you. So right after that, they deemed her as hard to work with. So of course that caused a spiral of things. And I know a lot of us know all this stuff, but I just wanted to kind of bring some clarity to it, because it brought clarity to me, actually. I don't know, anybody else, has anybody else in the chat checked out the interview at all? What's up, Tasha? Catherine, good to see you. Nita. Has anybody else checked out the, hit that like, everybody. I came on in here. I just started going, y'all. But please, 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 always remember to hit that like button for me, all right? Feel free to share and comment respectfully. Join the St. James Show and also subscribe and donate. Check this out, everybody. We are over 10,500 subscribers. Woo! Over 10,500 subscribers. So thank you, each and every one of you, for subscribing. You said Cat was enough, you wasn't gonna do it. I'm telling you, it was kind of a decent interview, though, to tell you the truth. So, after they deemed her all that good stuff, and then her and Didi, Sydney Didi. Now, she brought a little bit more clarity to this relationship as well. So you have to remember, you have to take it back a little bit to her childhood, 7 to 13. Her own brother molested her. She has this preconceived notion of men. She is pretty much, as she's growing up, she's treating men just as just objects, because she didn't have any connection because of what had happened to her when she was a child. And come to find out, she's been knowing Sydney, her husband, for years. They were friends, really good friends. So through all the men, she still knew Sydney. They lived together at one point. Sydney had a girlfriends come through. Monique had boyfriends come through, and that's just how they were. They were friends. So he understood the background of her, and understood going forward into being a comedian and a star and a famous, type of person, that she was dragging all of her past into this type of atmosphere of work, into her work ethic within movies and on the stage and all that. So Daddy has pretty much been there. Now he called her mama, mommy, or something weird. I'm calling her something. Shelby, it's really cringing to me also. It just doesn't feel right. And then, of course, again, she says that Daddy raised me. He raised me. She said that again today. I can understand where she's coming from with it, being that, she had a horrible childhood and all that, but it's still a little weird for me. Nita said, yes, I enjoyed the interview. Yes, it was quite enjoyable. Going into, of course, after the Precious thing, she's blackballed by Oprah, blackballed by Tyler, and Lee Daniels. Now, we know that her and Lee Daniels did reconcile. Not only did they reconcile, they put out a wonderful movie. Y'all remember The Reading? The Reading was, let me tell you, I still need to watch that movie again. It was so shocking to me that I've never watched it again. But it was a really, really good movie. So her and Lee Daniels, and of course he produced this movie or what have you, and it was great. So they mended their relationship, and really mended the relationship through T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison was the caveat to that. And also, I think Jamaica Jatoy had something to do with that as well. So, because she's really good friends with Jamaica Jatoy. But, of course, we all know that she recorded Tyler Perry's conversation, which she says is legal where they live. You can do that. You can record without someone knowing. Guess that's Georgia, I guess. Don't call me from Georgia. Yes, 10K plus. Um, so he on the recording, which he has freely let everybody else listen to, that he apologized and he admitted to starting the rumor, but he has yet to come out and say it publicly. Got him on the tape saying it, but he's yet to come out and to say that publicly. Yeah, the reading was really good. It was really good. The interesting part about that, what she's talking about, yeah, she wants an apology, a public apology, but she's talking about now, she's talking about maybe 26-30 million dollars that she lost out of. She said at the time she was she was making about $2.3 million a year. And now, and she was hindered for over a decade, about 12 years or so. So about $26 million. So she says she just don't want your apology, Tyler Perry. She actually wants some cash that will soothe the savage beast. That's going to soothe it out. Not only your apology, Tyler, but she wants that cash to make up for what she lost for you saying she was horrible to work with. She was offered the butler. They offered the butler to her. And they offered, what was the other movie they offered? Who said they saw it? Nita. What was the other movie they offered her? They offered her the butler and another movie that Oprah stole from her. I can't think of the other movie, but somebody put it in the chat. But they offered those movies to her. And Oprah called and said, I want that role. And Oprah being Oprah, Oprah having money to be an EP, they gave it to Oprah. I think that was a Will Packard film as well. Or that may have been not a Will Packard, the other guy, Talbert guy. But she understood that. She understood, so not only has Oprah deemed her as hard to work with, but she's also snatched roles that were given to her, and she had a very good, interesting point as well about auditioning. Remember when Taraji said she had to audition, which is very, it's just a slap in the face for a decorated Black actress to be handpicked for a role and then say, come over here and audition. What kind of sense does that make? I'm sure back in the day when they said, oh, Julia Roberts, we want you for Pretty Women, the other, we want you for this, this, and this. Kathy Bates, we want you for Misery. They didn't make those women audition. They gave it to them because they knew that they can do the job. So a lot of what Monique was saying was really on point. It really was. If you want to listen to it with an open mind. Now, if you just don't like it, you just don't like it. That's something that you will have to deal with. But Oprah really, and I believe she should really come out and say something at this point. Because Monique's truth sounds about right to us. That's Monique's truth. It sounds about right. Now, when they were going through some different things with Tyler, and they were saying that she was hard to work with, she said that she called her buddy, her pal, her confidant, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was like, oh my goodness, yes, let me get on the phone. Let me call Tyler. Let's get this stuff together. We don't want you blackballed. We know that you're not hard to deal with. So hold on, Monique. Let me call you back. Let me straighten it out. Of course, she didn't hear. from Kevin Hart for like 2 weeks or more. Kevin Hart's manager calls her and says, yeah, we're not in the business of Monique. We won't be doing anything with Monique. She gets on the phone with Kevin. Kevin, the white man called me and said that you're not dealing with me anymore. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me take care of that. Oh, that's miscommunication. Let me take care of that. She ain't heard from Kevin since. The Richard Pryor movie, yes. She was supposed to play what, the grandmother, right? Yes, in the Richard Pryor movie. Yeah, Lee Daniels, and that was who it was, Lee Daniels. And Oprah wanted to play it. Shelby says, I'm not a fan of Monique, but I believe Lee Tyler and Oprah did her dirty. I think they did too. Like I said, I love the Parkers. I love the Queens of Comedy. I like Precious. I like the stuff she's in. It's just sometimes her ways get a little, they want you to just, And Oprah ain't saying, Stacey Galore says, Oprah ain't saying, and I know she's not, but it's sad. Yeah. And he is a gatekeeper. Yeah. Kevin Hart is a gatekeeper. All these folks, Tyler, Oprah, and Kevin, they're all gatekeepers. And they can close that gate or open that gate for you. What's up, child, please? He said, I love. Only 18 likes. You know how they do over here, Jacqueline. They don't give me no love. They'll subscribe. They'll look at the videos later. They ain't gonna give me no likes. Dare them. All right, so Tyler, she want an apology and she want about $30 million. About $30 million. And then everything will be okay. That's about 2.3 plus million of the 12 years that y'all blackballed her. That's what she wants. All right. Now, when she started talking about this Almost Christmas, anybody see Almost Christmas? One of my favorite Christmas movies. And one of the reasons why is because Monique is in it. Monique is extremely funny in this movie. Now, Monique goes on to say that she was only supposed to do a cameo for this movie. And if anybody saw the movie, you know that she did way more than a cameo. So as they kept adding parts, adding her to this scene, to that scene over there, it was definitely not a cameo situation. So of course, her manager, her husband, her daddy had to do his job. Okay. First of all, they said they would do a cameo. If you do this cameo, we're going to do another talk show with you, and we're going to do some more movies and such and such and such with you. It was just for the cameo. So now Will Packard is just adding more and more scenes. Not only are they adding more and more scenes, they're being a little disrespectful during the production of it. This little beady bop girl comes in their dressing trailer that eventually blew up, literally blew up. It is raining like cats and dogs out there, y'all. California, I need the ark. It is really raining. This look brown, and it's tea. And it's wine. So little girl comes in, supposed to be, I guess, Will Packer's assistant, comes into her trailer. Her assistant had her shoes off, and she was typing. Monique's assistant. The little girl come and talk about, why are your shoes off? Really nasty attitude. Monique pretty much said, well, what the blah, 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 I'm sure she gave us a nice version of what she said. But that's the atmosphere that she was working under. So she can understand, like she said, the trailer that they were in was horrible. She said it had, bugs and stuff, and it eventually blew up, like literally blew up. So when it blew up, all they asked Monique was, you got the wigs? The wigs that she wore in the movie. Did you save the wigs? Not are you okay? Wear the wigs. So I think that they be like, I think with Monique being as vocal as she is and having that stigma on her, do y'all think they'd be trying to antagonize Monique so she can go off? Oh yeah, there you go. That's what one of my favorites too, Jacqueline. Welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins. She was good in that as well. What's up, Darla? Yeah, so we met your local news. Yeah, it's raining like crazy over here. And I did not bring in my trash can, but I wasn't supposed to bring it in. Somebody else was supposed to. Pissed off. Now I gotta go out there and get it. Oprah, what's up, Deshaun? Oprah can't have all the damn movie. Yeah, well, she acts like she can. I think it's getting a little old too, Oprah. It's getting a little old. Monique ain't lying about everything, all right? So she's on Almost Christmas. They're treating her like shit over there. She finally does the movies. Of course, Will Packer says she's going to get a talk show. She's going to get more roles. That has never come to fruition. Okay? So, she's fussing with the duo here, arguing with them. She makes up with Lee Daniels. Kevin lying, talking about he going to help out. Then he goes AWOL on her. Will Packer acting like a devo. And then we get over here to DL Hughley. Now, this DL Hughley thing is quite interesting. And the thing about it, I can't do that. I don't want to do that yet because it'll pop in. The thing about it with the DL Hughley thing, what did I do? I did something weird. I don't know how I did that. Okay. The DL Hughley thing is a little weird because the issue with DL Hughley, it wasn't like a huge thing. She went on DL Hughley's talk show. Once they got into the show, they were ending the show. DL was not there that particular day, so she was interviewing with his associates. So they played this game, what would you do? Some stupid game about would you do this or would you do that, whatever. So one of the questions was, would you allow Sydney, your husband, either, I can't get the specifics, somebody else, to bang out, I think they said Lee Daniels with a condom or some other chick. And she immediately caught them on the carpet and was like, why would you even ask that, my baby, my sister? You know how she do. That is nothing to uplift the community. So once she told them off, she told them she was going to call DL. So she calls DL, and DL says, yeah. Now Shannon Sharp said, did he know it was you? She said, yeah, he knew it was me because they told him I was calling. DL said, yeah. So went on, told him about the situation, which I'm sure they already told him. And that pretty much broke up their relationship because he didn't see why she got offended over something that they did all the time. Yes, Shelby, it's a little weird, but the way she told it didn't warrant DL's clapback today, in my opinion. It's winning. Yes, it is. Yeah, jam. Yeah. Tonight jams. It's speaking of jam, it's Jam Jar. That's what it is. Yes, his people definitely got to him and gave him a heads up before Monique called. But of course, this kind of sparked kind of a rivalry on the internet, if you can remember. Let's go in to see what DL had to say today. I mean, really, DL? He pretty much just went off.
Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. And So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she says she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't because I respected her wishes. She's a liar.
Monique did acknowledge today that they didn't air because they didn't air it because they were sent a cease and desist not to air it. And it was really trying to put Sydney in the light that people have been saying that he's a punk, he's gay. And it really was kind of having that kind of indignation. You know, they were trying to really put that in the atmosphere, what everybody else has been saying.
It also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does, she has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says DL Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see?
Is he a little bitter? Is it just me? Or if DL is just, it's like, I think what the issue is, we got a calm, sensible, really thorough Monique today on that interview, which makes us think that what she's saying is legitimate. And he doesn't like the fact that people are believing how you acted towards her and what you said. Very bitter.
Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real?
Now, Monique did say in her early career, she had like 2 phases of kids. In the beginning, she had kids. Of course, she didn't care nothing about men. Because, you know, in her mind, men were still just objects to her. So she had kids. She was on the road a lot. She didn't spend a lot of time with her children. And she even said today that she's still estranged from one of her son. They don't have a relationship. Now, the kids that she had, the kids she had afterwards, it's a better relationship because she's balanced it more. But of course, there's always some, you know, people who fall on the wayside who have to take it. What'd you say? Dion says, I'll never forget his Black Love episode and how he treated and cheated on his wife. What you say? Not DL. Not this sweet baby right here, DL. Yeah. When you go against their narrative, they drag you for filth. And like I said, Monique was very clear today on that interview. Let's finish it up.
Except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay. And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never.
Yeah, so Cosmic says, in all fairness, speaking on his daughter's molestation would definitely trigger me as well. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not taking that away from him because I think in love and war, all is fair, okay? So I think she went for the jugular. She was already blackballed. She was already, on a trek to get back on top. But DL was one of those, thorns in her side that she just wanted to really get him where it hurt. And you start messing with our kids. Who at my mama's house? I got my mama's ring on my phone. Oh, okay. I got to check it out. Oh, okay. You got to look out for your mamas now. So I'm sure that triggered him about the daughter, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. Tasha says, "Dear, you're the man who had a baby on his wife, and the reason your wife found out about the baby outside of meds until, the baby. My, finish it up.
Seen her being sweet and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family? How do you, I was on the road getting it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you.
Oh!
It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
Well, he brought it out, didn't he? He came out swinging. They all cheating on each other, Rochelle. They just all cheating on each other. Everybody cheating. He said you got to pay somebody to love you. Now, that daddy, that Sydney, he's been around a while. So he just worked on the building, that true foundation, holding up the bloodstained banner until he was able to cash a check. Now he cashing plenty checks with mama. He called her mama. She called him daddy. So that was the DL thing. One thing she mentioned, and I know DL would never be like this. She mentioned when she was on tour, not tour, I think she did some dates and things and some different shows with some more. And they did a couple of dates, and some more was like, and some more would be the headliner. So some more would go last. Some more started thinking, wait a minute. And she started listening to the show and seeing the reaction of the people. And she said one night, she got off stage. They were crossing. Some more said, you headline from now on, and walked on. And they never talked about it again. Because they knew what a good show was. If everybody want to get paid, you need a good show. Whoever the headliner is important to make a good show. See, DL wasn't going to give Monique that kind of credit that Samora gave her back in the day. And I don't care. I've listened to DL's comedy. I don't care how long he's been in the game. If you're going to chop it up with that, that's fine, but you're still not going to have a good show. Monique is the headliner. Monique brings it home. Monique was a headliner with Queens of Comedy. What's up, Dalton? Dayton? I don't know why I'm going to call you Dalton. Your name is Dayton. Definitely Black history in these streets. Yes. Well, he's really not funny to a lot of people, child. Please stop. He really isn't. A lot of people don't think he's funny. His show was like a really whitewashed show, even more whitewashed than like the Parkers and stuff. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what did she say? Does anybody remember what she said about because Shannon was like, you wasn't a hoe back then dealing with all that money. Oh, that's right. She just had friendly pussy. How many of you ladies just got friendly pussy? Y'all not hoes. You just got friendly pussy. Now, that was funny. That was funny. See, when somebody try to, bring up my past and tell me what St. James been doing, I'm just going to tell you I had friendly dick. I'm just friendly. Those who, if you seek friends, you got to show yourself friendly. That's Bible. Is that Bible or is that just a wives' tale? We're going to say that's Bible today. Friendly cat. There you go, Darla. Darla, don't you be having no friendly cat. I thought that was funny. See, Monique is so funny to me. I mean, she has her times, You heard me. You heard me. So let me see. What else did she talk about? She talked about quite a few things. So my overall, I give it out of 10, I give it a good 8. I give it a good 8 because I still think she held some back. I think she held back. I don't think she really went full throttle like Cat Williams did. I don't think she did. Let's see where they're at with what they talking about views, because Cat Williams, I think he went to 65 million or something like that. I'm not sure what he had the first now they cutting up, they know how to cut up them, slice up her videos, her interview, so they can make some more money up. Well, she's at 1.6 million in one day. So it's doing good. 1.6 million, almost 2 million in a day. Not even a full day. So, if anybody wants to come up and talk about it and give their critique, their observation on it, there is the link in the chat if you would like to come up. Yeah, he set that bar really, really high. I don't know if anybody else can claim it because, Usher did a video like a week ago, and I just saw that, on the thing today, but that really wasn't, Usher ain't got much to tell us, Usher just was pushing them new draws he got that he's trying to hawk. Bless your heart. Yeah, so let me see. So in all actuality, she's a wonderful Oscar. Let me move this. She's a wonderful Oscar winner. We enjoyed her in The Parker. She was funny. That was a spinoff of Moesha. Didn't even have to do a pilot for it. They just started production. There was no pilot for The Parkers. So, see, the thing about it, she had that kind of treatment in the beginning. So to backtrack, to tell her to work for free, to promote for free, and then we'll give you pie in the sky later, she wasn't in that. That wasn't her at the time. So, got The Parkers without a pilot. She took 50 grand for Precious, knocked it out the box, got an Oscar. She said, no, I'm not going to do no more promotions. I got to stay home with my kids. They already don't like me. She went to, she did the Monique talk show, which was cool. She did a little story about what Daddy did one time when a comedian was trying to talk about T.I.'s wife, Tiny, on the talk show. She always lifting up Daddy. She did Almost Christmas with Will Packard. She seems to like, I guess, her and Daddy and Talbert. What's his first name? What's the man's name? The filmmaker Talbert and the play guy did all the plays. Oh yeah, Fat Girls. Fat Girls was good too. And you know what else she was good in? What was the one with Vivica Fox? What was the one with Vivica Fox? Two Can Play That Game, right? Yeah. She was a friend and Two Can Play That Game. She was good in that too. That was funny. Yeah, Club Shay Shay on the road, Teresa. On a roll. So yeah. David Talbot. There you go. I knew. I was like, what's his name? I seen him in Oakland one time at the Oakland Hilton. We were staying at the Oakland Hilton one time, and he was there, right in the in there. And then Montel Jordan was there, and my niece about flipped. Yeah, I seen him in the lobby at the hotel. Yeah. So in all, it was cool, y'all. It was pretty decent. I didn't want to stay on here too long. I just wanted to kind of give an overview, and I'm definitely going to have to see the reading again. That was a great movie, and of course, that was produced right after the reconciliation with her and Lee Daniels. She still ain't got no reconciliation with these two, these lovely gatekeepers of our time. Well, someone said, Oprah ain't gonna say nothing, which she probably won't. Tyler probably won't say anything because probably gave some money over there to Key, so he running a little low on his benevolence offerings. He's running a little low on benevolence. And then Kevin, you might as well, they done deemed you a coon. You part of the people that you ain't gonna do nothing for Monique. Because Will Packer, she didn't give her no a talk show again and some more movies like he promised for the cameo for Almost Christmas. And then DL Hughley, she just can't stand you, sir. Just can't stand you. And this is Diddy. Diddy been sticking around for a long time. He said, if you wait, all you got to do is wait. And the money will come. Listen here. He's got his extra benevolence offerings. He don't have nothing for Monique. Yes, it was. Yeah, Oakland. Yeah. They got some good beds, but you gotta tell them to give you the ones with the good beds, Jacqueline. They got some regular rooms, and if you talk sweet to them people at the desk, they give you them good new beds, and it's just like you're floating, you're floating. Now probably gonna have to put all the furniture up against the door because they tearing everything that ain't bolted down up in Oakland. Can't go over to Oakland right now. They busting bottles and busting windows. Listen, he had mustard seed faith, and he has got the prize. But she really, if you really give her a chance, she really kind of explains the theology behind her thinking. And, and what I will credit Sydney, he told her about herself. Told her she was being erratic. Told her you may be right, but the way you're going about doing certain things is wrong. And of course, it was stemming from a lot of her past dealings with, her brother molesting her. But not only did she take that in, but she went to a therapist. She didn't go to YouTube. She didn't go to social media and having y'all be our therapist. She went to an actual therapist and she heard exactly what Sydney was saying from the therapist. Okay. So she was able to kind of really take it in. So some of us, if we say that we have walked in the shoes or a shoe of Monique, and you've been through some things that she's been through, and we feel that we have the right to react to people and to treat people a certain way, you have to, if you haven't had the therapy, if you hadn't gone and gotten the actual professional help, you can't equate yourself with Monique and her history and where she is now. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't be an asshole to y'all or to my family or to friends and then just say, well, I have the right to do it because you harmed me or you did me wrong. I have to say, no, yes, that happened, but I also went to get some help. Not Cracker Jack box help, not just reading a book help, not looking at a movie help, not watching the movie help. Actually going and seeking help. So I hope what we take from her, no, she's not perfect. Was she done wrong in some areas? Definitely. I believe she was. Was it a continued thing because she wouldn't play the game? I believe she was. But if you have like people like Taraji, no offense to her, but if you go along to get along, you always will have to just ride along. You'll never drive. Go along to get along. All you're going to do is ride along. You're just going to ride the wave. And I don't want to ride the waves. I want to ride the currents, and I want to be able to be on the big, and we conquer the big currents. I need that. But you know what? If DL goes on, I hope he goes on Club Shay Shay calmed down. Because if he's just going to get on there and argue back at Monique, just do that. We saw that already on your video. 25 likes, huh? We can't help. They ain't going to help us no more. Cat will always be the bar. What's up, Leah? What you say? Shay 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 gave her a moment to get it off her chest without dumb interrupt. I'm glad she didn't put Sydney on that couch, Leah. I can actually hear her. She didn't have to use comedy to hide the hurt. Yes, and I think, and wasn't her comedy like that she did? It was, it fit well when she did do some comedy. It just fit well. Now, sometimes Shannon Sharp, I would say, shh, be quiet. Didn't you just feel like he was kind of, throwing things in and said, just be quiet. And I think he had good questions. It's sometimes his delivery is a little interesting. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to get rowdy. DL's going to get rowdy. I don't think it'll be entertaining. It'll just be regular DL, upset, mad DL. Yeah, he country now. But I'm just saying, sometimes it's like, I don't know if he gets caught up in the moment, but he just, I don't know. Be like, be quiet, Shannon. Be quiet. Yes, thanks to everyone who has come on and hit the share button and like button. How many subscribers do we have? Man, you guys have been very nice to St. James. I really appreciate you. Yeah, 10,510. You guys are really good to me. Now, I do have my new Carnal Church Sector page that I would like everyone to go and click, because I'm going to be doing a lot of my churchy commentary over there as well. Because you got to keep a backup around here. Got to keep a backup. They gets very upset with some of the commentary you do sometimes. So there is the link to the Carnal Church Sector page. So I want everyone to click on there and subscribe for me. That would be great. You guys, I've been saying this for a minute, but I got 1-0 interview coming. I got 1-0 interview coming for the books. You're going to say, what? They're on St. James Show. And I'm just going to interview them. All right. Thank you, Leah. She said subscribe. Leah, did you want to come up and give any commentary on the are you going to do it on your page? Put your oops, I'll put that in the chat again. Put your the Bridge Network into the chat, Leah, so people can go and subscribe to your page. Leah, I remember when you had more subscribers than me. I remember that. I remember. But there's a Streamline link. I don't know if you want to come up and give commentary. You may want to save it for your own. I'm not sure if you're going to do that, but you can do it both places if you want. Thank you, Catherine Powell. You know, Catherine Powell be in these streets, baby. I'll be following Catherine Powell. I'll be right on Catherine Powell's heels. She be running over there to the beef sector. I'll be like, where we going? We going to Jay Wilson? Where we going? We going to Bree? Ooh, that Pattyville is kind of funny. Where we going? MU? I just be in the background listening, Catherine. Catherine be all up in them beef sector streets. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Everybody says subscribe. What we got? Oh, Leah's coming on. Device not connected. What you got? You got to do something about that, Leah. It says device not connected. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Lord. She's going to come back. Leah's going to tell us what she thought. Is it Juanita buying them? Oh, Lord, please no. I don't have time for yes, and God said, and Chris, I pay up about the same thing. No, I don't have time for that. I like to get people on here that's just going to talk. We just going to talk. I don't care how deep you are. I don't care how important you are. I don't care how famous you are. We just going to talk. Leah. Let me get this right. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I'm just covering your whole beautiful face.
That was good.
Hey.
So tell everybody what is your channel?
My name is Leah Marie, and my channel is The Bridge Network Media Group, TBNM. And yes, we will be having the conversation. Yes, we will.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited to be up here on your platform. Thank you for having me. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you win. I love it.
It just swooped on me real quick like.
That's what it's supposed to do. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Keep going. Take it to the top and put Fresno on the map for once.
Jesus. Yeah, for something, huh?
For
something. We can do something other than, what we've been
pimping doing. And,
Yeah.
We always on that for ratchetness.
Yeah.
But, okay, look. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was not an Auntie Monique supporter, okay?
Me either.
I'm not gonna hold you. I could not stand the vulgarness behind her conversation. I could understand that she was being manipulated, mistreated. I respect all of that. I don't doubt it. I never have from day one. But just the way she went about it was just like, oh my God, Auntie, you killing us right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad that she did stand up to Steve Harvey on the show. I'm glad about that.
Yes.
Because what he was presenting was not cool at all.
And yeah, she did talk about that. What was that situation? What was the situation?
Well, because he invited her on the show to basically publicly humiliate her and tell her that she needs to apologize to Oprah and
Mr. That's right.
And all that. Okay. And that was not the place to do that. And if he wanted to encourage her to do that, he shouldn't have did that on his show. That was real tacky.
But he wanted to look good in the eyes of Tyler and Oprah and all them.
Right. Yeah. So it was just, I didn't agree with that. But sometimes she would just step out on her own and just be like, and like shoot her own self in the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But my whole issue with this is that elites are coming out and saying that they are being mistreated and abused in this industry. Where was y'all at when daughter was crying? She was crying her heart out, and they did not come and say a single word.
But
silence. You could hear a mouse piss on cotton.
But when the king and the queen deem you as a certain way, no one's going to listen to you. When Oprah and Tyler say that you're hard to work with, no one's going to listen to you.
That's very true. Very true. But I think that it's really unfortunate that and I love Taraji. I think she's so beautiful. She's a great actress.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad daughter could sing. I didn't know daughter Zion had a little
Didn't
voice on her.
did she kind of impressed us, didn't she, in that doggone Color
Yeah,
Purple?
I was like, okay, Taraji, I hear you with the little
Come to
auto
find out,
tune.
she was a vocal music major, but just didn't like theory and all that, so she went into drama.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that was
vocal.
refreshing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but for her to piss on everybody's opportunity,
yeah,
this was some of those people first time being featured in a
yeah,
major film like this,
yeah.
and to shine the light when you've had all these opportunities to stand up is
Yeah.
just, for me, I'm just like, I'm looking at the whole situation like, I'm glad Monique sat on this couch. Gone ahead
Hmm.
and bust it all out and let Shannon Sharp guide the interview, which he
Yeah.
did so eloquently.
He
It was
really did
good.
a good job. He did a good
Hmm.
job with the interview. There was a few quirky moments when I'm like, "Oh, be quiet," Shannon. But overall, and I believe that he protected his brand as well.
Definitely.
You know, he
Definitely.
didn't he didn't dog out Oprah. He didn't dog out Tyler. He was like, "Listen, she's telling her truth. I would love to hear yours."
Hmm.
You know.
And to the point of one of the commentators that folks are trying to keep their jobs, I
Mhm.
understand that, but you being mistreated.
Yeah, yeah,
You still you
yeah,
struggling. You getting up here and you took the
yeah.
opportunity that was huge in the Black community to overshadow that with your grievances. Viola
You-
Davis been speaking about this. Monique
She
has been
has.
speaking about this. There are people who have been blowing the whistle, but you chose the moment. Oh goodness, I can't. I can't. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That just frustrated me. Like, and then you go backtrack it and write a letter to O and be like, see, I let you know, Oprah, baby, you got that power, honey.
Yeah, but my thing is when you handpick these people, and Oprah handpicked these people. She was an EP. Alice Walker was an EP. Steven Spielberg was an EP. But let me tell you this: I guarantee you, Steven Spielberg said, "Oprah, who do you want?"
Mm,
I'm sure that he just said, "Here's money. I'll do some direct." But who do you want? She handpicked these people, so you can't handpick the people, get them in on the project, and then just kind of leave them there for the help to take care of them.
very true. Got to see it through to the end. Don't give
You
them
have to
pizza
see
at
it
the
through to
award
the
show.
end.
Pizza in the bag was wild, honey. That was worse than Trump and them daggone McDonald's burgers.
And I don't, right.
What?
Right. Oh, Trump. Oh.
Oh
But
my God. What a slap in the face.
it really was. And it's like, but if you allow that to happen, you know, man, it's just like, we've been running around these streets for a while singing and, getting good honorariums, getting bad honorariums, getting no honorariums, getting robbed of honorariums.
Listen, don't tell me that you're gonna send me one thing and then I give my cash app and you $100 short. I'm gonna need you to, I'm gonna have to turn
Yeah.
this car around.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, but if we allow it to happen, that's why you don't see St. James around a lot,
Hmm.
because I don't come for your $100. I don't come for your $50. I've been in this thing too long to have you pimp my gift out. You are not my pimp, and this dick, I mean, I'm not for free.
Very true.
Okay. So I'm sorry. And it's like, it's not about selling the gospel, it's about respecting the gift that God has cultivated inside of me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just talked about this last night on the show. We love to take people's gifts and misuse them.
Yeah.
And then after we get through misusing them and leaving them with nothing to show for
Mhm.
what the service that they did to you for you, put it all in the name of God and say, well,
Right.
you're supposed to serve in the name of God. Well, hold on. I can give you my time, but when you start to take away from my family
Yeah.
and me being able to make a living and earning, now you have crossed the line where you're going to have to start to compensate me.
Well, that's what Monique was saying about the whole. I see you, King Khan, about the whole Khan going to promote Precious at Khan. She said, "Listen, I signed the contract. You gave me my cash. There was no. I did the domestic promotions. We ain't
Hmm.
talking about international. I need to spend time with my kids. Now, are you going to compensate me so I can at least provide for my kids properly.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to go work for free and then be away from my kids and don't give my kids no time? That wasn't going to happen with her. So I can understand it. So.
I'm being quiet for the.
What's up, King? Conscious.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Hi.
I just think it's a lot. It's a revelation in what Monique is saying. She been saying this from the jump, but we got to stand in solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this whole narrative. Like, we all know that there's gatekeepers in Hollywood, and it's just she's confirming it and alluding it. But this thing would spark my interest is that Monique said that she had a recording of Brother Tyler Perry and what he said, and it's just Tyler Perry. They know they wrong. It's just like that. Yeah. That's why as the public we're waiting for them to come out. I don't think they're gonna say anything. I don't.
Probably not. And you know what though? Tyler Perry is one of those those people that we understand that he's human. But we enjoy what he produces. We enjoy how he makes us feel, whether he's on a play stage, where he's on the main stage, or maybe he's on the movie, at the movie theater. We enjoy and we see his personality coming out in his creation. So are you going to really count us as immature and not logical people if you actually came out and apologized to her? I don't think that'll take anything away from who he is.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's the ego part to it.
Yeah.
You see what she said when he walked in and he clapped them hands.
He said, and everybody left out of the room. I was like,
I said, my Lord. And she said, my security. I said, you go with. You work for me. I said,
she said, you better not budge a step. Y'all don't work for Tyler.
Listen,
have you ever clapped your hands like that, Leah?
You cannot take me seriously. I would have been weak. I would have grabbed my little belongings like Viola Davis' little meme.
Right.
Up and down. Like, what the world? You could have put that in memo. You didn't have to clap your hands.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's good. That's real good.
What had me shook is when she said them trailers blew up.
Now, wasn't that crazy to you?
It had me shook. And then they had the nerve to ask for the wigs. I said, you know what?
Not are you okay? Did any of your belongings blow up? Where the wigs?
Wait, who asked for the wigs? Not Tyler Perry.
No, Bill Walker.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say Tyler Perry ought to be ashamed of himself because his wigs need to be burnt up.
Listen,
every last one of them.
Every one of them.
Put them back in the trailer. They didn't get burnt up. Put them back in.
Yeah, we good with that. This was on Almost Christmas when so she was, she was co-signing on pretty much what Taraji was saying about, the conditions of these trailers. Mm-hmm. You think that these white folk have to sit there and deal with that kind of those kind of trailers? They got gold floors and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just throwing people's bones.
You know what though? I thought it was pretty profound how she highlighted how in the Black community, when a Black man is standing up for a Black woman, how we completely trashed Mr., which we call Daddy. But he was standing right by her side the entire time.
He really was.
And how did you notice that nuance? That was amazing to me. I said, that is so crazy. And it's true. And it happened in real time.
Like I said, she was explaining things in a way where you had to take what she was saying at face value and actually consider it to be of good value.
Right.
Because when she did explain that stuff, Leah saying that, a Black man defending a Black female, and we call it something weird.
Mm-hmm. And that's what DL Hughley, I feel personally, where he's trying to play into this narrative that
Yes.
brother Sydney, or is her beard,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
don't do that, because Monique, she's a very attractive woman. She has a charismatic way about her. Don't make it seem like just because she's a big woman,
Yeah.
and she's black, she
Yeah.
can't find love. That's what
Right.
they're trying to put out, and I feel like they were trying to insinuate that with their damn truth to dare game. Like, why don't you ask about getting like, come on, that's weird,
And black women all around should really consider their support for DL when his thinking
Mhm.
is like that. So you mean to tell me I can't find genuine love unless I'm paying somebody to do it?
Right.
Well, and then to see, now we get into uncharted territory
Because I know
because
Leah is one of our voluptuous,
listen,
beautiful black women.
but then to say that a man who has had explicit situations with the male can't love and stand up for a black woman is obscene in itself.
Yeah,
He's still a black man.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
Mhm.
still birthed from a black woman. He has black brothers, sisters, aunties,
yeah,
whatever. And to say that we are so closed off that we can't love one another
yeah,
in the
Right.
depth that it needs to be is
Mhm.
crazy to me. We
Mhm.
have got, we sometimes we are our own downfall. So what if that
Mhm.
man was that way? And so what if she
yeah.
was? They love each other enough to protect the legacy, the
Right.
wealth, and the generation. What do you have to say about that? Nothing. Get your mouth
Mhm.
off of them people. This is she
Mhm.
opened up her and Cat Williams. They done took 2024 and turned that thing on its
Yes,
neck.
they
You hear
did.
me?
Indeed, indeed.
You
And
know
I
what?
personally think, go ahead, bro.
One thing I thought they would really get into was the whole open relationship thing that they said they have. She didn't get into anything like that. I thought she would kind of bring that to light because it was said, and she actually said it, that they're not a stranger to inviting other people in the bedroom.
I mean, but when you got money, who don't? You can do all the things you want to do, and you keep that stuff hid. You know, a lot of people sit around on their couches and they watch
Yeah,
TV and say what they won't do. But let you sit down with 50 million or
listen.
$10 million, and let's see, don't you try a few whores, a few
Yeah,
whores of your pleasure,
somebody you've been drooling over for I don't know how many years or something.
baby.
And
It's
all
gonna
you
be
gotta
some
say,
life.
come on over, come on here, the table is spread, the
People gonna
feast
be
is
getting
going on,
flued out. You heard me?
and get them flued out somewhere. Right. So, that's another level. Just like they were talking about T.I. and Tiny and their escapades. And I'm like, okay, I can believe that, but they never denied it. But when there's a money grab involved, oh, he touched me. And nobody touched you.
Right, right,
you
right.
know, you was all good for it until, they start thinking, oh, I'm poor now. I'm just a
Mhm.
I was just a sex object. Well, you kind of knew that coming in.
I'm just
Mhm.
saying. I was praying. I asked the Lord, why didn't He allow me to go down that road? Because I wanted a Jag, and
Yeah.
I wanted 50,000 and a BBL and some titties too. But the Lord didn't see fit for me. He told me no. He wouldn't let me get that kind of money. But a
No.
lot of y'all be
I
sitting there
blocked it.
lying.
He blocked
Oh, he blocked that thing.
Yeah, so I mean, but I can, Leah, I'm the type of person, and King Kong, I'm the kind of person, I like real people. I don't like people that live in the fantasy
Mhm.
world. I hate the church people make me sick,
Mhm.
because that has nothing to do with spiritual people. Church
Right.
people make me sick.
Mhm.
Okay.
I agree. Because they try to keep it all together, like, bring,
Yeah.
make us fit, make it realistic, we all go through our challenges and
Yeah.
whatnot. Life be life,
Yes, it
just
does. Yeah.
like with the Kirk Franklin.
We're
Mm-hmm.
not spiritual beings. We're living in earth, so, and I think we forget that a lot of times. So, but I mean, overall, I really appreciated her candidness, and she's always been candid, but I think I got a different type of perspective on it today because I'm with Leah. I like her work. when it comes to following her on Instagram, I don't want to be bothered. You know,
Facts.
I don't want no sweet babies and all that. I don't want to hear that, you know. But outside of that, her work is actually great. Yeah, you are Queen Mom. You're late. You're late. But you know, anything else, King?
I think that's about it.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for coming up.
no problem. Thank you for having me. Have a
All
great
right.
night.
Bye. Yeah, so Leah, I mean, I don't know. I think but like I said, I don't know if I want to kick back and see a lot of rebuttals on the Shay Shay show, though.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit redundant, but nobody's gonna be able to top Cat Williams.
No, no, not at all.
He didn't set the bar, honey. He made the
Yeah, not
pot.
at all.
He did his own thing. I don't think anybody's gonna hit 50 million
No,
anytime soon.
because I can't even remember what he hit. Actually, that's the first day. I know it was like millions, but I know she's at 1 point something. She's almost
Now
at 2
she's
million.
doing really well. Her numbers is hitting really hard, but in the first 11 hours, he was already at like 10 or 15, 20 million something. His numbers was
Yeah,
outrageous.
yeah.
But I'm glad that he gave her an opportunity to sit down peacefully without
Yeah.
interruption, and it was a good interview. I'm happy for her. Now we just need her to lay aside her pride and get some
Yeah.
writers, ma'am, and
Yeah.
do a real show, please, because this last one was not it.
Yeah. The last one, I don't think it was a lot of thought put behind it. It was like, we need to do this to save face and just to clear our names. You're talking about her Netflix show. Yeah. What's up, Gary Prim?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
If you can, I can't hear you. I might have to go out, but
Okay.
I'll just say, yeah, her last show was trash. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Auntie. I love you, but it was trash.
Thank you, Leah.
I say that with the most humility because I'm not a comedian, but I am a consumer, and I would not want to pay for that again. Just go ahead, get you some writers, boo boo.
Right. All
So
right.
I can't hear you, brother. I love you to pieces. I'm gonna check out. I think somebody called and messed me up, but
Okay.
have
All
a
right.
blessed night. Y'all make sure y'all support my brother. You better put some money on that on Cash App, and we gonna see you in these streets. You heard me?
You heard me. Thank you. Yes. So I don't know if anybody else wanted to come up before I get up out of here. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. Here. Yeah, so yeah, we had a good discussion. I think if you haven't seen it, I think it's still worth going to check it out over there at the Shay Shay show with Shannon Sharp. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through. If you would like to support the channel, the Cash App is right under my chin, right there under my chin, or you can do Zelle, the St. James Show at att.net, and also PayPal, the St. James Show. And please, please, make sure that you are subscribed to the Carnal Church Sector here on YouTube. I'm going to put it in the chat one more time. And I want you to go run over there and subscribe tonight. Thanks again, Leah. Appreciate you as always. There is the Cash App again, Jacqueline has put up. Appreciate you, everyone. We didn't have any bells and whistles going out of there. We ain't gonna have nothing going out of here. All we gonna do going out of here tonight is say bye-bye, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a little prayer.
Can't do nothing without you. Can't make it without you. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. And oh God, touch our leaders on today. Touch our presiding bishop. Wrap your loving arms around him. From the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. Bless the presidium of the church. Every leader, God. Touch your people in a mighty way, God. In the name of Jesus. And we'll say yes. Yes to your will. We'll say yes. Yes to your way. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.